Welcome back to the channel, Valuable Coins HD, where we uncover the hidden stories and incredible values behind some of the world's most fascinating coins. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a classic piece of American history, the Washington Quarter Dollar from 19. While this quarter might look like just another everyday coin, there are versions with specific mint marks and conditions that can make it worth a jaw-dropping $100,000. Stay tuned, because we're going to break down everything you need to know about this coin, from its design and history to what makes certain ones incredibly valuable. The Washington Quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in the United States, first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its iconic design, featuring Washington's dignified profile on the front and a bold eagle on the reverse, has been a symbol of American pride and resilience for nearly a century. The 1979 quarter carries forward that legacy, minted during a period of cultural change and economic challenge in America. In 1979, quarters were produced at primarily two mint facilities, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins typically have no mint mark, while those from Denver proudly display the letter D. These mint marks, while small, hold massive importance to collectors, often influencing the rarity and desirability of the coin. But mint marks are only part of the story. Most of the 1979 Washington quarters you'll find were heavily circulated, showing the expected signs of wear after decades of use. However, the coins that attract real collector attention are those in uncirculated or mint state condition. These coins are crisp, shiny, and retain every detail of their original strike. Grading services like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins on a scale that ranges from MS-60, mint state but lower quality, to MS-70, perfect condition. Coins graded MS-65 or higher from 1979 are already rare, and those approaching MS-70 are absolute gems, beyond pristine condition. What really makes some 1979 quarters stand out are rare minting errors and unique varieties. These fascinating quirks can include double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled, off-center strikes, or even repunched mint marks, where the mint mark has been stamped more than once, creating a distinctive blurred effect. These errors are the result of imperfections in the minting process and offer collectors a rare glimpse into how coins were produced. Additionally, proof coins from San Francisco, marked with an S, are prized for their mirror-like finish and remarkable detail. These coins were made specifically for collectors, and their limited numbers make them more valuable than standard circulation coins. So, while many 1979 quarters might be worth just their face value or a small premium, those preserved in exceptional condition or featuring rare mint errors can attract serious attention from collectors worldwide. And here comes the moment you've been waiting for. A 1979 Washington Quarter Dollar, especially one in flawless mint condition or bearing a rare minting error, can be worth an astonishing $100,000. Yes, $100,000 for a single quarter. Today, we're diving into a truly fascinating coin that carries decades of American history and hidden value, the Washington Quarter Dollar from 1965. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another piece of everyday currency, but if you know what to look for, it could be a rare gem worth an incredible $90,000. So, sit tight as we explore the history, design details, mint marks, and the incredible value behind the 1965 Washington Quarter. The Washington Quarter is one of the most enduring symbols in U.S. coinage, first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, America's first president. The design features Washington's profile on the obverse, facing left with dignified poise, while the reverse shows a proud eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both strength and peace. This classic design has captured the imagination of collectors and history enthusiasts for nearly a century. Now, 1965 is a special year in the history of the Washington Quarter because it marks the first year the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in these coins. Prior to 1965, quarters contained 90% silver, but starting this year, they switched to a clad composition of copper and nickel. This change was largely driven by rising silver prices and the need to protect the nation's silver reserves. While this shift might make 1965 quarters seem less valuable at first glance, certain mint marks and conditions actually make some coins from this year extraordinarily valuable. In 1965, the quarters were produced primarily at two mints, Philadelphia, which generally produced coins without a mint mark, and Denver, which used the letter D. Mint marks are tiny but hugely important to collectors because they indicate where the coin was made and can greatly affect rarity and value. While many 1965 quarters were circulated heavily, there are versions that have survived in pristine condition, untouched by the wear of everyday life, and these are the coins that collectors desperately seek. Grading plays a huge role in determining value. The Sheldon scale rates coins from 1 to 70, with uncirculated coins rated MS 60 and above. For the 1965 Washington quarter, coins graded MS 65 or higher are especially rare, and those closer to perfect MS 70 grades are almost unheard of. The higher the grade, the more collectors will pay, and that's where the real value begins to soar. What also adds to the intrigue of the 1965 quarter are the rare minting errors and unique varieties that collectors love. These can include double dies, where parts of the design appear doubled or shadowed, off-center strikes where the coin's image is misaligned, and repunched mint marks, which create a distinctive ghosting effect near the mint mark. Such errors are fascinating glimpses into the minting process and make those coins highly prized. Although the 1965 quarter might look ordinary in your pocket, it holds a secret potential for collectors. Coins in exceptional condition or bearing unique mint errors have attracted serious interest in recent years, dramatically driving up their market prices. So here's the exciting news you've been waiting for: a 1965 Washington quarter dollar in flawless condition, or one that features one of these rare minting errors, can be valued at an astonishing $90,000. That's right, this modest little coin, no bigger than your thumbnail, can hold that kind of impressive worth. This incredible fact is a perfect example of why coin collecting is so thrilling. Sometimes the coins that seem the most everyday have hidden stories and values that make them truly priceless. Today, we're unlocking the secrets behind a fascinating piece of American history, the 1970 Washington quarter dollar. At first glance, it might look like just another coin jingling in your pocket, but this particular year and its mint marks hold some truly remarkable stories that could turn an ordinary quarter into a rare collector's gem. Stick around as we explore the history, design, rarity, and ultimately, the surprising value that a 1970 Washington quarter can command. And trust me, it's a number you won't want to miss. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, introduced to honor the first U.S. president, George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features Washington's dignified profile, a design so timeless it's been in use for nearly a century. Flip the coin over, and you'll see the powerful image of an eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbols representing the nation's readiness to defend itself and the hope for peace. This iconic imagery reflects the enduring spirit of the United States. Now, the 1970 quarter falls into an interesting chapter in U.S. minting history. By this time, the mint had long since stopped producing silver quarters, switching to a more common copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965. Although the intrinsic metal value might not be high, what makes the 1970 quarter intriguing is its mint mark and condition, two factors that can elevate its worth dramatically. In 1970, quarters were minted at three different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters typically carry no mint mark, Denver quarters bear the letter D, and San Francisco quarters, often proof coins, are marked with an S. These mint marks might seem small, but for collectors, they can be the difference between a common coin and a rare treasure. Each mint's output varied in quantity and quality, making some coins from that year much harder to find in pristine condition. Most quarters from 1970 that you'll encounter have been through everyday use, showing signs of wear like scratches, dull details, and loss of mint luster. However, the real prize is those that remain in mint state condition, coins that look as if they just left the mint, with sharp features, no wear, and a brilliant shine. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC evaluate these coins and give them a grade from 1 to 70. Uncirculated coins graded MS 65 or higher are considered extremely rare for the 1970 quarter, and those graded MS-67 or above can fetch serious attention from collectors, but there's more to the story than just condition and mint marks. The world of coin collecting also prizes minting errors and unique varieties. Sometimes during the minting process, mistakes happen that create one-of-a-kind coins. For example, double dies, where parts of the design or date appear doubled, or repunched mint marks, where the mint mark is stamped more than once, can turn a regular quarter into an extraordinary collectible. Off-center strikes and missing mint marks are also examples of errors that make certain 1970 quarters highly sought after. Proof coins minted in San Francisco are especially prized by collectors because of their superior craftsmanship, mirror-like finish, and crisp details. These proof coins, particularly in flawless condition, can command a premium far beyond their face value. While the majority of 1970 Washington quarters remain everyday coins worth just 25 cents or slightly more in circulated condition, those rare specimens with high grades, special mint marks, or minting errors can attract significant attention. The demand for such coins among collectors and investors continues to grow, pushing their market value ever higher. And now, here's the reveal you've been waiting for: a 1970 Washington quarter dollar in exceptional condition, either flawless mint state or featuring a rare minting error, has been valued at an astonishing $99,000. Yes, you heard that right. What seems like an ordinary quarter could actually be worth nearly $100,000. This incredible value highlights why coin collecting remains a thrilling adventure, because sometimes, hidden in plain sight, a simple coin can be a priceless treasure. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the 1970 Washington quarter dollar. If you love this video and want to discover more fascinating coin stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled and your collections growing. Happy hunting!